In continuing with my series, the 17 things I've learned in 17 years of real estate, the number 7 thing I want to share with you is how much more helpful it is when a buyer has very clear expectations and very clear understanding of what exactly it is they want in the home that they're looking for. Not knowing what you want in a home or being flexible on what you want in a home, although it sounds beneficial, really creates a lot of stress and a lot of headaches. It's kind of like going on a vacation, knowing what you want in the vacation but not knowing where you want to go. If you don't have a path, you don't have priorities, it's extremely difficult to accomplish that goal. The best analogy I've come up with over the years is the analogy of going to a grocery store. If you go into a grocery store to buy a piece of fruit and you're comparing apples and oranges, bananas and pears, and some of my clients have heard me say this analogy before, it's very difficult to go and compare all those different types of fruit. But if you go into the grocery store and say, I'm here to buy an apple, and you go to the apple section and you look at the apples, you can find the best apple, you can grab it, and you can walk out the door with it in a comfortable and confident way. But if you're trying to compare the apples, oranges, bananas, is extremely difficult. So knowing what you really need in a home and what you want in a home and the difference between those two is the same analogy, or the same as the analogy with the grocery store. Years ago I worked with a guy, in fact he was pastor in my church, super nice guy, and he would always say, Kyle, we're flexible, we're easy, we're pretty open. And what made it really difficult is we were comparing 4 bedrooms with 3 bedrooms, one side of town, another side of town, one price range, another price range, basements, no basements, and it was just impossible to compare those properties against each other. So knowing what the needs are, what a home absolutely must have, versus what the wants are, is extremely helpful in that process. And then once you've looked at all the homes that are out there, your next choice then is to continue to wait for more homes to come on the market, or to change your expectations, because after you've seen all the properties, as more homes come on the market, typically you're just kind of, I call it like reshuffling the deck. Like you might gain a little bit larger yard, but you might give up a little bit on the basement size or a couple other factors that may be. So at that point, either the expectations change on what you can get under those particular criteria, or the criteria changes, meaning you might have to look at a different area, different price range, reevaluate what the needs and the wants are. So going through this mental process, most buyers start off with a lot of different properties and they whittle it down and they go through that selection process. But if you don't know really what the needs are, it's very difficult to whittle it down. It's very difficult to feel comfortable and confident in a final solution. Hope this helps. If you have more questions or like to talk more about this, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available. Thank you.